In the previous video, we talk about top win rates, top picks and top bans. Click here to watch part 1. And in this video, let us dive into this meta list. Hi guys, Code is here, and in this video, I'm going to show you the best tier list, the only tier list that you will ever need for Season 4. So, this tier list includes S to C. S is the heroes with the very best heroes that I recommend. A are very good and solid heroes, but they just don't make the cut. B are situational picks. C are heroes that are not currently good in the meta. Before going to the list, you have to know that this tier list assuming all players had mastered the heroes and all teammates are in their best mode. And remember, meta pick does not guarantee you to win the game if you got bad teammates or you do not know how to play the hero. And I encourage you to watch the whole video to build some understandings on all lanes. That will help you to know what to do next in the game, not just focus on your lane. So, now let us get into the list. I have divided all tiers into all lanes, so you can find your lane easily. We will start with the support or roaming tier list. The S tier of supports are Donghuan, Zhengfei, Lianpol, Dolia and the hero coming soon to global server, Gue Guziv. Donghuan, this hero is a must ban in Chinese server when you want to play solo queue. He can just suck you to control you and you cannot move, and what you can do is just waiting his teammates to kill you. His ultimate cannot be stopped by any crowd control, and Purify cannot stop his control. This is why he is a must ban in solo queue. Note that I put a pro symbol on it. It is because there is many player don't know how to play him, he still need tricks to play with. Even some of the Chinese player don't know how to play him, because those are usually greedy players that use magical builds on him. To me, magical build is not that suitable for him when he is a support, however, he can play magical build in the clash lane. And the preset build in the game actually uses the magical build for him as a support. So, I think it is a misleading to beginners. Do note that. And if you have some strategy using magical build as a support, no one stops you, you can play it. Next, Zhengfei. He is a hero that almost all situation he can be in the lineup, and he is easy to learn, and he can protect teammates very well. With his shield added to teammates and his ultimate to initiate a teammates and defending teammates, he is the best protective support in the game. And he does not change much since this hero was born in honor of kings. Next, Lianpol, he can at least do 3 crowd control in a teamfight. Actually he can do more, maybe up to 10 in one teamfight, if someone knows. So his utility as a support is definitely the best to be a support, no matter starting a teamfight or stopping enemy to chase teammates. And his damage and defend is not low too. Next, we have Dolia. She is the only hero that can reset her teammates' skill. When pairing with those big AoE damage and CC, it is insane that can make a hero to wipe out the enemies, like the ultimate of Lubu. Lubu ultimate can deal real damage and a big range of AoE. When his ultimate is doubled in a teamfight by Dolia, basically this is the easiest way to get pentakill in the game. But, she needs some teamworks and some strategy to adjust with teammates, that is the reason I put the 2, 3, 5 symbol on it. Next, the new hero coming soon. Gue Guziv. Basically he is a hero that gives nightmare to 5-man team. This hero can stealth himself and he can suck enemies like a whirlpool to the center. With his ultimate, he can have the nearest vision of an enemy and try to initiate the team fight. If a pro enough luckiness, he can suck 5 hero into center, and chained with AoE damage from teammates can easily wipe out the enemy. This is the reason 5 men should fear when you see this hero. So the support S tier were done. And let us dive into tier A of support. This tier we have Lushan, Cheyenne, Wuyan, Don, Dachao, Yaria, and Ming. First, Lushan. He is a tower pushing machine, and he can push tower efficient than a marksman. You think his utility is only until here? Of course no. He can initiate team fight and protect ally from junglers ganking too. He is another alternative for Lianpol, just he is more afraid to crowd controls cause he has no immune like Lianpol does. Next, Cheyenne. This hero is easy to use, and many female players are playing her. She can heal ally just like a moving base. The reason I put her in tier A is because now global server player do not know to buy anti-regenerate item yet. That makes her ally can dominate the match in the mid game, and when the enemy only realize to buy the anti-regenerate item, it is too late, the game has already ended. Wu Yen. She has 3 crowd controls to initiate team fight, but a little bit of inefficient as compared to Lian Pol and Lu Shan. She is still a good choice as a support and her damage is slightly higher. With her skill 1 dash, damage and crowd control, teammates can easily win the game before late game. Next, De Xiao. Actually she can be tier S support. But she cannot buy a special item here in global server, and this version is her nerf version. So, she is in tier A right now. She works very efficient when the team has teamwork and good task assignments, because she can teleport teammates to her position or sending them back ally to base. She is a best pair with Arlie, Sherma Yi and Li Bai. But, there is a little bit of nerf of this pairing strategy, just a little. Yaria. The best AFK hero in the game. Ah, just kidding. She has real damage shield, crowd control, CC immune, and can provide vision. But she is a little bit of squishy so she is hardly a frontliner, that make her being tier A. Next, Ming. He is a hero that can make ally damage higher or a tank defense higher. With a 1+1 more than 2 strategy, he can help ally to gain more gold and damage in the early and mid game, and end the game very fast, no matter following a jungler or a marksman. But the bad thing is, when he is following one teammate only, there must be one or more teammate need to suffer in the game. So these are all in tier A support. Next we will talk about tier B support heroes, which is Kuei, Zhuang Ziv, and Mo Ziv. Kuei. The special thing about him is he can hook and he is the only one who can hook in the game, for now at least, maybe there is one more guy. His hook is totally depends on luck and the trick of the player, this is why he is in tier B, a situational pick. Next, Zhuang Ziv. He is the only one hero that can help teammates to cleanse crowd control, and he can cleanse 5 of them. Besides this, actually he has no advantage in any pack than the other heroes, so he is also a situational which stay in tier B. The last one, Mal Ziv. He is a hero which is extremely annoying with his long-range poking stun. Most of the players like to play him with magical damage instead of tank build. Sorry that I am one of them. When he cannot be the frontline hero, some team lineup will hard to sustain or survive in the match. He has not that tanky and not that high damage, what he has is only crowd control, and he needs a lot of mana. So, I would put him as a situational instead of their tier. Let us continue with tier C. We have only Soon Bin. This hero is the last one I would play for now. Because after the nerf on him, he cannot help ally to reduce cooldown anymore. Which make him less utility that can contribute to the team. And he usually cannot provide much vision for teammates. So, he is currently not a good hero for support. But if you still want to play him, I still respect you cause I know it is your main. So this is the tier list for support. And next we will talk about junglers tier list. In the S tier junglers, we have Prince of Lanling, Pei, Lam, Jing and Luna. The meaning of symbols on the corner of the box will be explained in the later of this video. Prince of Lanling is definitely a nightmare to solo queue players, because he can stealth and kill you instantly. Even though a player knows how to counter him, if your teammates got no awareness, and keeps get killed by him, then the match will be unplayable. Solo matches is always less teamwork as compared to duo or trio, and teamwork is needed to stop this hero. And we knows that there is bot teammates in low tiers rank, this is also make his life easy. He just have to kill the bots and become fat to kill real players. So, this is the reason he is in the S tier right now. Next on S tier, which is Pei. The 5 symbol means 5 men. He is only a S tier when he got teammates to help him on jungle invasions. That is why I put the 5 symbol on it. In a perfect teamwork or a perfect skill casting being chained, this hero can end the game within 10 minutes or even shorter. So, do not try 5 men in this game yet, because the global server player base is not even matured in solo, duo and trio rank. And then, Lam. Lam is still on S tier even after his nerf. Because of his mechanism, he is hardly a B or C tier hero. Personally I think he will still get some nerf in the future, but still playable. The worst case is only he will nerf until he needs some teamwork from teammates only can playable, which is the situation of Lam in Chinese server. But, don't worry, he is still a very good hero to play in all ELO. Another hero in S jungler is Jing. For sure, she deserves a spotlight in S tier. She has been in this tier for a long time. Her ability to instant kill a squishies with just skill 1 and enhance attack and her unpredictable ultimate shift make enemies fear of her. And the last in S tier, Luna. She is also a hero which has stayed in this tier for a very long time, due to her extreme mobility that gives her chance to do high mechanical skill ceiling. She is pretty weak before level 4, but as soon as she has her items, nothing is stopping her from taking the entire enemy team down if she just gets one chance. If you are going to play this game for a long time, you can choose to train this hero right now. For my advice, try this hero in normal match for 3000 matches before really go into rank, cause she is very easy to feed as a beginner. With that, the S tier has done. So let's move on to the A tier. In A, we have Nakoruru, Zilong, Shermai, Kong Ming, Igudo, Athena, Han Xing, Butterfly, Dawn, and Kaiser. These heroes are easily to learn and play, but their mechanism ceiling cannot reach S tier, the reason that stops them here. Nakoruru is a hero that can kill any archer and mages instantly with one set of skill, even a tank, she just needs 2 sets of skills. Her crazy burst damage that makes her a solid hero that stays in tier A. Zilong actually also can instant kill any archer and mages, but his damage is slightly lower as compared to Nakoruru. Because he has CC and a higher defense stats as compared to Nakoruru. Shermai is a mage assassin and this hero can also instant kill squishies. When any mages is damaging him, he can heals from magical damage. So, he is actually a nightmare to the mages. Kong Ming looks cool as a jungler, but actually he is not that good when your teammates cannot deal damage. He cannot do anything when his teammates has no damage. So, he is actually hard for teammates to play when he cannot get kill streaks before 6 to 8 minutes. However, when he get kills in the early game, he is basically unstoppable. Enemy archer and support must buy magical defense item to counter him, if not, surrender is a better choice. He is a finisher rat hand than an all-rounded jungler. So, I put him effective in duo or trio only. Athena, I got tutorial video on her. Maybe you can check it out. She needs some strategy to play with. I will do a video about on her strategy if I got the chance. She can be a burst damage hero, or a tank jungler, or even a tank support. No matter which strategy, she is in tier A. Her strategy that makes her a solid hero in this tier. Han Xing, I got a tutorial video on him too. You can try to find it. He is a jungler that can steal towers, jungle creatures, and ganking enemies. He is very effective in solo queues, because solo queue teamwork is hardly to assign who to go back to defend tower when Han Xing is trying to steal towers. But, he is not effective in high tiers, because pro players usually know he is going to steal something. That is the reason I put him effective in solo queue tier A. Butterfly, she is a hero a bit like Kong Ming in terms of finisher, because her ultimate will reset whenever killing an enemy. But, she is tankier and lower damage as compared to Kong Ming. Her mobility is slower as compared to other junglers and she is not tankier than tank jungers. Although she is tankier than Zilong, but she just do not make the cut with a lesser mobility. She is still a good hero when you have map awareness to ambush or bait enemies, but if enemy also have map awareness, it will restrain her. So, Butterfly is a good hero to me, but I will not prior her when I got other junglers to pick, and actually I do think she can be AS tier if she is playing Clash lane. Next, Dawn and Kaiser. Note that Kaiser that I am referring now is tank build instead of half tank or burst build. These two are tank junglers that can use to invade enemy jungle without any fear. Beginners can try to play them because their mistake tolerance is high. Assassin's jungler usually will lose when you make some mistake, so now you know the advantage of tank junglers. Beginners can try to play this two hero to train your map awareness and some of the jungler strategy, so you are encouraged to pick them to practice too. With the A tier done, here is the B tier. Just know all the heroes on here are good, and you should pick them whenever you cannot pick the heroes from S and A tier. These heroes are fine, not really too amazing, but if you pick them, I still respect you because I know they are your main. Okay, let us dive into tier B, Li Bai. Li Bai has good mobility, crowd control, and untargetable. Usually he needs more farming until mid-game only he can finish an archer or a mage. He is actually very OP in the mid-game, just he will having hard time to farm when he encounters invasion in the early game and he's sometimes finding himself hard to gank archer and mage in the late game when there is a tank support protecting the squishies. So, that is the unstable factor that makes him stays in tier B. Same to Cirrus. Before the revamp of him, Cirrus is always the one who invades jungler in the early game. But he is now the one who get his jungler invaded. But he is now more playable after the revamp in the late game. Now he can only farm regularly until level 4. He needs more tactic now instead of dealing burst damage like his old version. And usually he needs at least a Bloodweeper or a Shadow Ripper before he can really 1 versus 3. And keeping himself alive and run away. And when he has these items, it is usually already in the mid-game. His survivability is lower as compared to other jungler, which is the unstable factor keeps him in tier B. Next, Chow Chow. If he is not yet nerfed, he is a tier S hero if the player can invade jungler in the early game, survive until at least 4 items are bought before the mid-game, he is basically unstoppable. Even the enemy buys anti-regenerate item to stop him, it is still hard due to low damage to burst him out. But after the nerf, he is not that OP anymore, people can simply buy anti-regenerate item to fight with him that makes him back to this tier. Musashi actually is always a situational pick to counter regenerate heroes. He is the best to pick when enemies has many regenerate heroes, but usually 2 out of 10 matches you will only see regenerate lineup currently. That is why he is actually a meta but not in tier S. Next, Dharma. He becomes better after the revamp and mechanism is improved so he can actually use to jungler. With multiple crowd control, he is good to play. But he still requires some training to make his ultimate precisely knock back enemies to the correct position. His ultimate is crucial to determine a match win or lose, which is the reason he stays in tier A. Dian Wei. He still does not get revamp yet in this server even after Cirrus, Zilong, and Dharma gets their revamp. This is a disappointment for me actually, because I like to play him very much especially in low tier rank. He is one of the very high win rate hero that dominates in the lower tier before Grandmaster. His real damage basically can kill 5 enemies instantly with full item. But, his mobility is too bad, that makes him stays in tier B. I will talk more about him when he gets his revamp on global server. Next, Liu Bei. He is one of the solo king. The solo meaning here is one-on-one fight, not solo queue, please note that. Even burst build damage Kaiser has to bow in front of him. His burst damage and his ultimate that makes him immune and so tank makes him so OP in solo fight. But, without ultimate, he can do nothing to finish enemy instantly. And his ultimate has a longer cooldown which makes him hard to join team fight when he has no ultimate. Wukong, the Monkey King. He is a late game hero. His burst damage is very OP but what he needs is economy and items to make his damage work, and also luck. He needs luck to deal crits, so the unlucky one don't play this hero, just kidding. If his team cannot sustain or wait until the Monkey King being fat in the late game and the game already loses in the mid game, basically he cannot do much to save the game. Ying, she is a signature hero of this game and global server. Her crowd control is good, just her mobility is a little bit bad. And actually if any Ying main here would know, actually when she is crowd controlling enemy, at the same time she cannot move. This means that when she is crowd controlling her enemy, she is controlling herself at the same time. This is the reason some players make fun of her CCs, her ultimate and her skill 1. But developers are working on her revamp. We will know it soon. My channel will update the revamp when it is done. Wu Yan. Yeah, actually she can be play as jungler. She is a little bit like Fank which is very good in early and mid game, but not really good in the late game. Her burst damage in the early game has crowd control with it, so archer and mages is hard to run away from her. However, her damage starts to be lower in the late game. In the C tier jungler, we have Yukio and Menki. Not really going to talk about them. But, I will talk about Yukio, because later those Arena of Valor fans or Ryoma fans say me boycotting their favorite hero. To be clear, I am not. I love him when he is season 15 to 20, if not mistaken, in the Chinese server. But now, his damage and mobility is actually not even compatible to the current version. His crowd controls and healing is still good, but not mobility. So, actually not my hatred on Yukio that make him stays in tier C. Actually he stays in this tier for about 10 season, so if you really love him, ask the developer to buff him, and hope we can see him get back to a better tier. So he is now not a good pick, but if you like him and he is your main, I still respect you and believe you can use him to carry the game. Menki attack range is actually a little bit short. And he needs to farm until mid-game only can deal burst damage. And without ultimate, he has 0 mobility. So this is all for junglers. If there is any jungler I did not add into the tier list, or you are curious whether a hero can play in jungler or not, please let me know in the comment. So, this video only covers until here. Due to limited of time, I will end the video here, and the meta hero list for farm lane, mid lane and clash lane will be covered in the part 3 video. Thanks for watching. Support my videos if you can.